Europa League returns next week with some of the bigger boys struggling at the moment to try and make it through to the knockout stages. Can they bounce back in match number 3? We'll take a look at that and more next. Another prediction video today. We're looking for match number 3 in the 2021-2022 Europa League, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button, get your bang up to date with all things Europa League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roof. That's right, the likes of Napoli yet to get a win after 2 games so far. Sociedad struggling in Group B, and Rangers bottom of Group A. Goodness gracious me, what's going to happen in match number 3? Can they get themselves back into the thick things? Of course, as we look forward to that. Big shout out to my VIPs. They are the Patreons. Thank you for your continued support. But let's get cracking, lads, and have a little look at it. Of course, it is the Europa League, so here we go. And folks, let's take a look at the games that did take place last time around, of course, which was way back September, I think. Let's get into it. Olympique Lyon against Brøndby, 3-0 win for Lyon. I went with the 3-1 win myself. Sparta Praha against Rangers. I went with the 2-1 win. It was a 1-0 win, not too shabby there. Sociedad against Monaco ended up all square, 1-1 to advantage Monaco there. Sturm Graz did get battered. A PSV 4-1 win for PSV in Group B. Legia also did beat Leicester City over in Poland. With Napoli losing at home, they're bloody flying in Serie A, but they got themselves handed to a plate on by Sparta Moscow in Naples. Shocker really there. Royal Antwerp did lose to Eintracht Frankfurt, just the 1-0 there. Fenerbahçe lost to Olympiakos over in Turkey. Olympique Marseille did draw with Galatasaray. Lazio picked up a 2-0 win over Lokomotiv Moscow. Ludogorets Razgrad lost to Red Star Belgrade. Sporting Braga smashed past Midtjylland over in Portugal. Their Celtic get battered by Leverkusen at their own place. Ferencvárosi also lost to Real Betis, 3-1 win on that one. And Genk got beat by Dinamo Zagreb at home, and with West Ham looking good at the moment with a 2-0 win over Rapid Vienna. Of course, that's the situation right here, right now. Have a quick count. How many I got? 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. 8, 9. I think I got 9 there. So remember that number. Is it good enough to get in the league? No. I will be allowed 11th. Of course, kicking ass second. It was GA15 and King of the Future. Both got 12 this week. So well done to you. Let's give them a round of applause. You guys are the Kingpins, of course, this week. This is the prediction league table. Now, this might not be perfect. It looks okay, though. I think we're doing all right. I think it is actually perfect. GA15 is your man at the moment. 2 points clear over the chasing pack of 37 Julian, King of the Future, Mr. Austin, and Vincent Hong. And then we've got a whole host of others chasing that down the barrel there. So GA15 at the moment with a lead, but of course he's got to defend that lead heading into match number 3. Of course, let's take a look at the tables then for this respective league. We got Lyon in charge in Group A, Sparta Prague in second spot. They will go through to knockout stage if it was to end today. PSV would join them, so would Monaco. As for Legia also and Spartak, they would dominate and go through into Group C. Group D sees Olympiakos and Frankfurt from the Bundesliga. Group E has Galatasaray and Lazio. Red Star Belgrade, 100% success rate so far over in Group F, and Braga in second spot in there as well. Group G sees Leverkusen and Real Betis in command. 2 wins out of 2. I think they're locking horns this week. And of course, West Ham 2 for 2. And Zagreb in second spot on goal difference. But it can all change in match number 3. We'll have a little look at it in just a second. Of course, you want to get involved, use the code Europa Picks. That's the code. Get involved, and of course we'll look forward to seeing your picks on the other side. So here we go. Kicking it off with over in Rangers. They're going to be taking on Brøndby over at Ibrox. Of course. Let's get into it then. These two sides to play each other according to my eyes. No times. It'll be the first time, of course. Rangers coming at you with just 1 win. Sorry, 1 defeat the past 5 games, 58% for up against Brøndby. Just 1 defeat the past 4 for them. Of course, heading into this one. Of course, Rangers did beat Hibs last round over in the Scottish Prem. They'll take on Hearts this weekend. As for Brøndby, they drew with Randers. That's around the Danish top flight. They'll take on Vigy as well this coming week as well. Looking at the odds on this one, what do we have on this one? I have 7-4 on as your Rangers, 14-5 as your draw, 5-1 as your long shots. That's Brøndby. I'm going to go over the 2-0 for Rangers on this one to take it to the house. Same group, we'll see Sparta Prague take it on Lyon, of course. A chance for the likes of Rangers and Brøndby to close in on these two. They finished with the 4 times in 2004, 3 wins out of 3 wins for Lyon, just 1 draw and nothing for Sparta Prague. Sparta Prague up to 83% form winning 4 in the bounce. bounce. Meanwhile, Lyon come to this just one defeat past 6 games, 67% form up against Sparta Prague's 83. Of course, last time pretty sure that in Prague was a 1-1 draw back in November 2012. Sparta Prague did beat Slavia Prague 1-0 in last round. They'll take on Piräus over in the top flight this weekend. As for Lyon, they drew with Saint Etienne, and they'll take on Monaco this weekend. A difficult match as well. Let's take a look at the situation and the odds on this one. We have Sparta Prague coming out just 3-1 for the victory, 22 is your draw, 11-10 on is your Lyon. They are your favourites on the road. I don't think it's going to be that simple, but I'm going to go with a 1-win anyway for them. To take it to the house, PSV take on Monaco in another difficult match over in Group B. Of course, the Dutchies up against the Ferencvárosi, played each other 6 times in 2003, 2 wins apiece and 2 draws. Of course, the big win for PSV, 2-0 win. The big win is a 3-1 win. PSV coming to this just 1 defeat past 4 games. As for Monaco, unbeaten the last 6, being at 4 wins and 2 draws to boot. Last time around, though, over in PSV, or in the Dutchlands, of course, in competitive action, was in the Champions League back in the round of 16 in February 2005. It was a 1-0 win for PSV. They eventually won that tie, the double header, 3-0 on aggregate. But of course, those days are long gone. Eindhoven coming into the back of that win over Sparta. They'll take on Zwolle this weekend. As for Monaco, they did beat Bordeaux. They'll take on Lyon this weekend. It's just, of course, the group above us. 11-10 on is your PSV, 12-5 is your away win, and 12-5 is your draw tight. This one, 2-1 win for the Dutchies, though, even though Monaco look very, very good. Strong Graz will take on Real Sociedad, my boys, over in La Liga, who are doing very, very well for themselves over in La Liga. Anyway, heading into this one, Sturm Graz winning 3. They've never played each other, these two sides. I've actually lost 3 of the past 6 games. It's not looking good. 50% form for them at the moment. Meanwhile, Sociedad doing okay, drawing specialists at the moment. 4 draws in the past 6 games, but unbeaten the last 6. Of course, they took on Getafe last time. They drew 1-1. Of course, Sturm Graz did lose to TSV Hartberg in the Bundesliga over in Austria. They'll take on Ried this weekend as the Sociedad take on Mallorca, and they're expected to win. Both of these two sides are expected to win their games, and they're both playing at home. Of course, this time though, of course, over in Austria, it'll be 90-4 is your Sturm Graz, 3-1 is your draw, and 20-11 on is your Real Sociedad. They are favourites to win. Going with a 2-0 win for them to take it to the house. Here we go, though. Big win, big game for Leicester City to get themselves back into it over to Russia. Spartak Moscow must win territory, you think. They've never played each other, of course, but Spartak Moscow coming to 3 wins on the bounce. As for Leicester, just 1 win in 6. Bit of a hokey-pokey kind of form at the moment for Leicester City. Heading into this one, of course, Leicester City drew with Crystal Palace 2-2. Spartak Moscow did beat Akhmatgorozi over the Premier League over in Russia. They'll take on Dynamo Moscow this weekend, and they're expected to win. As for Leicester City, they'll take on United, and they're expected to lose that game, even though it's at the King Power Stadium. Look at the odds on this one: 65 is your Spartak Moscow, 35 is your 65 on is your bloody Leicester City. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on this one. Which should be a point in the bag. A point in them more than I think they've got at the moment. Do they have any points in the table? They have 1 point. They'll double their points. Next up, of course, Napoli must win territory for them up against. I bloody clicked the wrong one. They're taking on Legia Warsaw. That's right, same group, which of course is Group C. These two sides played each other 2 times in 2015. 2 wins, 2 for Napoli, nothing for Legia Warsaw. Napoli coming to this just 1 defeat past 6 games. Meanwhile, Legia Warsaw coming to this just 1 win in 3, 67% form up against Napoli, 75%. Last time I played each other in Napoli was a 5-2 win. Hopefully we'll get something like that this week. That was back in December 2015 in the Europa League Group D. Meanwhile, Napoli did beat Fiorentina last round. Legia Warsaw did lose to Legia Gdansk over in the Polish top flight there. Meanwhile, they'll take on Lech Poznan this weekend. Difficult game, but they're anticipated to win. As Napoli, they'll take on Torino, and again anticipated to win that game. Both sides playing at home in the domestic leagues, but of course in this match we'll see Legia Warsaw go to Italy to try and get a big win to keep their dream alive. 6-1 on is your Napoli, 30-2 is your draw, 12-1 is your long shots. That's of course Legia Warsaw. 2-0 win for Napoli on this one to take it to the house. Fenerbahçe will entertain. Who will they entertain? They will take on Royal Antwerp. That's right, coming at you this coming week. I'm just trying to find it. There you go. This is over in Group D. That's right. These two sides never played each other according to my eyes. Fenerbahçe coming to just 1 defeat past 6 games. 1 defeat past 4 games. 58% form up against Antwerp. Just 1 defeat past 5. 67% form heading into. So they did play Ghent last round, of course, over the Europa League over in Belgium. They won. As for Fenerbahçe, they come to on the back of that win over Kasimpa over in the Superliga over in Turkey. They'll take on Trabzonspor this weekend. Antwerp will take on Zulte, who I think they're flying. They were flying high in the Juniper League, but I think normality is resumed over there. Look at the situation. The bookies, we have 6-4 on Fenerbahçe, 45 is short, 41 is your long shots at Antwerp. I'm going to go with a draw on this one. Fenerbahçe not really firing on all cylinders. Of course, a Fenerbahçe that does include Ozil. So just remember that. Eintracht Frankfurt will entertain Olympiakos as well over in the same group. That's Group D. These two sides no place to record in my eyes either. Frankfurt coming to unbeaten the last 6 games, however, drawing 4 of the past 6, but back-to-back wins for them. Up against Olympiakos, unbeaten in the last 6, 92% form for them, winning 5 of the past 6, looking very, very good for them at the moment. Coming into this one, Frankfurt did beat Bayern, of course, over in the Allianz Arena over in Germany. Prior to that, they also beat Antwerp. As for Olympiakos, they did draw with Panathinaikos 0-0. They've actually gone 3 games without conceding a goal, looking very, very good for them defensively. As for this weekend, they'll take on Gianna on the road. They're anticipated to win. As for Frankfurt, they're going to take on Hertha Berlin, also anticipated to win on this one. Look at the odds on this one, tight. It's going to be very, very difficult to call for, to be honest. Frankfurt 7-2 is your Olympiakos, 13-5 is your draw. Form is key in this one. I go with the 3-1 win for Frankfurt, but Olympiakos with an airtight defence, it could be more like a 1-0 or maybe even a 0-0. So it could go either way. But I'm going to go with my gut to my heart. To my heart says Frankfurt on this one. Lazio will entertain. Who are they going to be taking on? They're going to be taking on Olympique Marseille. Probably one of the biggest games of this week. If I can bloody find it. It is, of course, Serie A against Lyon. Of course, played to the 5 times to the 5, 3 wins for Lazio, 1 for Marseille, and 1 draw. Big swing for Lazio, 3-1 win. The one and only win for Marseille was a 3-0 win. Lazio coming to this just 1 defeat past 5 games. Of course, Sarri ball up against Giorgi Sampaoli ball, which has just seen just 1 win in 6. Pretty shitty form at the moment for Marseille. My boys over in Lyon. Last time picture in Rome was a 2-1 win for Lazio back in November 2018. It was a Europa League Group H match. Of course, Lazio did back-to-back wins over them in that last campaign. They were in the same group. Of course, Lazio did lose to Bologna last time around. Meanwhile, Marseille did lose to Lille last time around. Back-to-back games without scoring a goal for Marseille. They might be in a bit of trouble. They'll need to bounce back this weekend. They'll take on Lorient this weekend and Marseille. As for Lazio, they take on Internazionale, which of course will be a difficult week for them. The grand scheme of things. 5-4 on is your Lazio, 30-5 is your draw, 10-3 is your away win. That's Marseille on this. 2-1 win there for Lazio to get back to winning ways. Marseille could be in a bit of trouble, but they're scoring goal at least. Lokomotiv Moscow will take on Galatasaray, same group that is, of course, Group E. Of course, looking horns for the 4th time. The previous 3, 2 wins for Moscow. And we got 1 win for Galatasaray. Lokomotiv Moscow coming to us without a win in 5. Just 2 defeats on the bounce. 1 win in 6. Sorry, 1 win in 6. 5 games without a win. As for Galatasaray, they come to this 3 games unbeaten, 2 wins and a draw to boot. As for the heading into this one, of course, last time around in Moscow was back in November 2018 in the Champions League. It was a 2-0 win for Lokomotiv Moscow, of course. Heading into this one, Lokomotiv Moscow did lose to Rostov in the Russian Premier League last time around. Meanwhile, Galatasaray did beat Rajaspor in the Super League over in Turkey. They'll take on Konyaspor this weekend. As for Lokomotiv Moscow, they'll take on Rubin Kazan, and they're anticipated to lose that game as well. Kicking on forward, though, let's take a look at the odds on this one. Then 7-5 is your Lokomotiv Moscow, 11-5 is your draw, 2-1 is your away win. That's Galatasaray. I'm going to go with the win for Lokomotiv Moscow. Take it away at home to give themselves a big old boost for maybe even maintaining their push. They've only got the 1 point so far. The team to stop is Galatasaray, who look good at the moment. Anyway, yeah, take on the next one will be Midtjylland. Taking on Red Star Belgrade. Of course, this is over in Group F. If I can bloody find it. There we go. I just clocked it. I've lost it now. Where are you? Of course, these two sides, according to my eyes, I don't think they've ever played each other. Of course, heading into Midtjylland, they're coming to just 1 defeat past 6 games, 75% form for them at the moment. Meanwhile, Red Star coming to unbeaten the last 6, picking up 5 wins. 6, of course, just 1 draw in there. Of course, they did beat Maltalec over in their top flight last round. Meanwhile, Midtjylland did beat Arius over in the top flight over in Denmark. Of course, this weekend they'll take on Nordsjælland. That's the Danes. Of course, as for Red Star, they'll take on Kulabala over in their top flight as well. Look at the odds on this one. 5-4 is your Midtjylland, 4-5 is your draw, 11-5 is your away win. That's Red Star on this one. I'm going to go with the 2-0 win for Red Star to take it to the house and, of course, give themselves a big old win as they also try to maintain, I think, the 100% start so far in this group. Yes, 2 wins out 2 so far. Kicking off with Ludogorets Razgrad taking on Braga out of Portugal. Difficult match this, but, of course, Braga will fancy the chances. Played the 2 times in 2017. 1 win for Ludogorets, nothing for Braga, and 1 draw. Razgrad coming to just 1 defeat past 4 games. As for Braga, just 1 defeat past 6. 58% for both of these two sides at the moment. That's on the picture over in Razgrad. Was a 1-1 draw back in November 2017. Razgrad did beat Levski Sofia last round over in the top flight there. As for Braga, they picked up a 2-2 draw up against Boa Vista. This weekend, they'll take on Mulatese in the Portuguese Cup. As for Ludogorets Razgrad, they'll take on Tosco Cerillo Sofia, and they're anticipated to smash them this weekend. As for the odds on this one, what do we have on this? We have... I just bloody lost it. Ludogorets 14-5 in the ratio, 20 is your Braga, 11-5 is your draw. I'm going with Braga as well on this one, 1-0 win, just a 1-0 win to take it to the house. Of course, keep their dream alive. Must-win territory, you would think, for Celtic as they take on Ferencvárosi this coming Tuesday, all on their own. These two sides played just 1 time since 2020, and it was 1 win for Ferencvárosi. That was, of course, back in this time, around about August last year. 2-1 win it was. Of course, Celtic have just one defeat the past 4 games. As for Fenerbahçe, just one defeat the past 5, 67% form for Fenerbahçe up against Celtic's 42%. Of course, Celtic did beat Aberdeen last round. Of course, Fenerbahçe did beat Partiski, also in the top flight there. This weekend, Fenerbahçe will take on Zalgiris and anticipate to smash them. As for Celtic, they're anticipated to beat Motherwell at Fir Park this weekend. Look at the odds: 13-8 on is your Celtic must-win game, 4-1 is your Fenerbahçe, and 3-1 is your draw. I'm actually going with a win for Celtic on this one to get themselves back in contention and maybe an outside push for at least the runners-up spot. Real Betis will take on Bayer Leverkusen in the battle of the big boys on this one over in Group G. Never played each other, of course, heading into this one. Betis, of course, just one defeat the past 6 games, 75% form up against Leverkusen. Also, one defeat the past 6 games, 83% form for them at the moment. Of course, Leverkusen did beat Bielefeld last round. They also beat Celtic. They've got 3 games without conceding a goal, scoring 9 goals in the course of those 3 matches. As for Betis, they did lose to Villarreal last round. Coming at you this weekend, of course, Betis will take on Alaves. Leverkusen will take on Bayern in a big game, which, of course, will probably go in favour of Bayern. Let's look at the odds on this one. Then, shall we? What do we have? Bloody hell, I can't see it. I'm blind. I'm bloody blind. There it is. 11-8 is your Betis. 35 is your draw. 7-4 is your away win. That's by Leverkusen on this one. I'm going to go with a draw. 2-2 right down the middle. A fair result, I think, in the grand scheme of things. Both those sides will be happier because they'll be both a point better off than they were at the start of the match. Kicking on further is Rapid Vienna. They're going to be taking on Dynamo Zagreb, of course, over in Group H, I believe. These 2 sides, of course, never played each other according to my eyes. In fact, scrap, they played each other 1 time, which was a friendly, but doesn't really count. Anyway, Rapid Vienna, 2 wins in the past 4 games. 2 wins in the past 4 games. 2 wins in the past 6 games. 33% form for them at the moment. Dynamo Zagreb just 1 defeat the past 6. 83% form for them. 4 wins on the bounce, including an 8-0 win against Hacha, whatever that is, Djakovic in the top flight over in Croatia. Rapid Vienna did beat Tiriol over in the Bundesliga last round, 5-2. Goodness gracious me. They'll take on Austria Klagenfurt or Klagenfurt this weekend in the Bundesliga. As for Dynamo Zagreb, they'll take on Rijeka in a tight match that could go either way. But I think Zagreb are still anticipated to win that game. As for the odds on this one, 7-4 is your Vienna, 6-4 is your Zagreb, and 25 is your tight. The bookies on this one, going to go with a new draw myself. And then finally, the Hammers will entertain Genk over at London Park, or London, whatever they call it, the London Stadium. Of course, these 2 sides, of course, never played each other. Of course, West Ham coming to 4 wins the past 6 games, is 67% form up against Genk, just 1 win the past 4 for them, 50% form over the grand scheme of things. They did lose to Eupen over in the Europa League in Belgium last time. Meanwhile, Hammers did lose to Brentford 2-1 last time around in the Premier League. Coming at you though, the Hammers will take on Everton, and Genk will take on Charleroi in the Europa League. West Ham 11-4 on for the victory for the 1 draw. 7-1 is your long shots. That is Genk. Tight this one, but I think West Ham will win it. 2-1 win just to get over the line. And of course, keep their dream alive for the knockouts, boys. And that's my picks. Be sure to get your own picks, of course, using the code free to enter /Europa Picks. That is it. Be sure to get the loving in there. Smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the links down below on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, and of course I'm on Facebook as well, and also on Patreon if you want to support channel in another way and become a new best mate for life. Check out the links down below, patreon.com/Rufus. But until then, I'll see you soon. Until then, we're done.